What's up everyone, Space House Shown here today. Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be playing a game called Don't Toy With Me. Basically a game where you're a doll maker, and you basically have two dolls who seemingly don't get along. So basically you explore their relationship with each other, and see the outcome depending on who your favorite is the most in this matter here. So as you can definitely see, we have crafted a lovely dollhouse, and believe it or not, this was actually on my radar for quite a long time, since I've actually had this on my list for a while, even when I first heard of this one right here. So I've had this for, I think, I don't remember, like maybe a year or two, and I haven't really tried this one out. So today, that is about to change, as we're about to see exactly as to how this whole thing goes. Without further ado, let us see what Don't Toy With Me has surfaced for today. Each one, let's go. Light spills through the tiny windows of the dollhouse, catching the flecks of dust in the air. Though it's early in the morning, the inhabitants have been awake for a little while now. It's to be expected that toys wouldn't have quite the same grasp on time as you do. Oh. Yeah, aw. And we have here this lovely lady right there. This is Dahlia. That's a lovely name. Whisker, you hardly touched your tea. Her least of all. She's an antique. You could at least pretend to drink it, since I went to the trouble making it. Wait, how do you even make tea? I mean, you're basically made of dolls and stuff. I mean, there could not be a working kettle at the moment. The stuffed rabbit sits at the table, a frown on its bloated face. It turns its head away from the cup in defiance. Ooh. Jeez, you're so moody lately. I know it's not terribly fun to be stuck alone here with me, but you're not doing yourself any favors by being difficult. Don't you think we should be making the best of it? Oh, yeah, I guess Whisker over here doesn't seem to like the company, I see. I really wish you'd let me cut you a mouse so you could try to hold a conversation. Well, I mean, it doesn't have a conversation then, so don't do that, man. That seems like abuse. Oh, no, you made him scared. The rabbit scuffles off across the wooden floor and down the stairs. Dahlia sighs. It was only a suggestion. I'm not going to force you. I suppose that's another cup down the drain then. Dahlia gathers up the teacup and saucer from the floor to take down to the kitchen. Yeah, so basically she's just having a hard time making tea parties when she's not with anyone besides the rabbit. Though Whisker has been in the house for a while with her now, he has always been terribly skittish. The kitchen holds the rest of the tea set, always ready for a hypothetical tea party that thus far hasn't come to the foundation. The rabbit wasn't about to sit at the table with her. Thinking back on it, she has trouble recalling who it was that used to sit there with her. You're listening right now, aren't you? I'm fairly certain I can hear you out there. Oh, hello? Tap tap or something. Oh, she could hear me? Okay, sorry about that. Tap tap. Oh, yep. Yeah, just to signal her that we're here. The sound of large fingers gently tapping nails on the outside of the house answer her question. She smiles softly. There you are. Maybe you could join me. I'm not sure how you would fit in here with me, but I would welcome you anyway. Perhaps you could let me inside. I would sit on the roof to be closer to you. You know better than to give her way on that. The cracks on her face tell the story of a previous excursion outside the house. Oh yeah, definitely tell that she has a crack on her face, like something probably happened right there. I don't think that would be pretty awesome to know that you're going to be outside of the house and you would probably break. She is met with silence. Her smile holds patiently for all of 10 seconds. Fine! Then I won't be entertaining you either! If the urge to be responsible finds you, I'll be reading in my room. She storms out of the kitchen and up the stairs. You decide to give her some time to cool off while you leave to run an errand. You had a feeling she'll lighten up when you retrieve your new purchase. Ooh, a purchase, you say? The tall house is a bit cleaner than it was this morning. Dahlia has spent some time dusting and cleaning up. She prefers her home spotless, or at least she used to. Now it seems she settles for clean enough, and she never bothers with the attic anymore. She idly straightens the decorations atop her wardrobe in her room. A heavy thump quickly undoes this. Look. She turns, looking around in surprise. Hesitantly, she peers out of her bedroom door and down the stairs. Whisker is already in the fauna investigating. What is it? Oh, something just dropped down or something? She descends the stairs, at delicate joints, clicking with each step. She finds the large box taking up the entryway. Oh my! A present? Here lies. Her eyes light up with interest, running her fingers over the wooden exterior. There's a quirk to her bow when she realizes it's cheap compressed wood. Something new, then. Whisker presses his ears to the side of the box. He hops dead to back away when he hears a cough from inside, hiding behind Dahlia. Oh, what is it? She searches around the lid, unable to quite pull it out. She finally finds the hook on the other side and undoes it from the small peck that holds the lid shut. She practically throws the lid open, a bright smile on her face. Whisker, look! Oh, oh, look at that! A new friend! Aw, he's cramped inside of the freaking box. A new friend! Is he dead? He shouldn't be dead, because it looks like, well, I mean, he looks cramped in there, but I don't think he's dead. I'm not dead. Oh, this is Huskly. Huskly? That's his name? Oh, good! Nice. Aw. And she's carrying him. That's so freaking cute. The clown in the box hangs limply when Dahlia drags him out of the box by his shirt. She's surprised to find that he's mostly fabric with a little structure underneath. His sleeves are half empty, tied at the seams with a ruffle. All in all, his head is solid, but his body is plush. Hello, new friend. My name is Dahlia, and this is my friend, Whisker. The rabbit's ears lie down. Looking none too friendly, he keeps his distance. Oh, come on there, Rabbit. Why do you gotta be so mean? He's a new buddy. Be nice. I'm sorry for all the excitement. It's just been so long since we've had a new toy. Well, not had, obviously. You don't have you. What do you actually? Oh, where are our friendly manners? What do you go by, friend? No, I don't go by friend. And I'm a puppet. My name is Huskly. Huskly! How nice! And a puppet? Why, that does explain it! Well, let me take you to the chair. I shouldn't be holding you the whole time like a little bear. Yeah, she's trying to be so nice to him. And I don't think it's gonna last very long, as the two of them are gonna probably be staying here for a couple of days or something. With Huskly comfortably stimulated in the seat at the table, Dahlia sits opposite him. She's all smiles, even though the clown looks more sullen. Here, have some tea. Oh, can you hold the cup? Have a silly straw. Thanks. Aw, he's just so silly, like he's a gloomy boy. Despite the thanks, the clown doesn't make any move to drink the tea. Are you alright, Huskly? I don't expect you to be quite as excited as me, but you look so upset. I'm not upset, but what's there to be excited for? You've taken me out of the box, and here I am to sit in another box. The only difference is that I'm not the only one in this box. Oh, that makes all the difference, doesn't it? I do enjoy watching Whisker, but he's not one for the conversation. And now this won't be such a lonely place. What do you want to do? I'll show you that there's fun to have here. I don't want anything. Thanks. Oh? Aww, this poor boy. I guess he's probably upset because he probably couldn't move and that he's stuck in a box. Like, I mean, isn't this better than being in a cramped box, though? Well, surely that isn't true. Everyone wants something. Do you want some quiet? Oh, we could lie on the floor and watch the star projector. If that's what you like to do. No, we're trying to find something you want to do. Do you want to tell jokes? You're a clown. If you like. Do you hear about the clown car that crashed out in the middle of nowhere? There were 30 casualties. I don't think I get that one. I think casualties, like, meaning, like, casualties? Yeah, I don't know. But still, he's trying his best. Like, look at his smile, bro. I'll try again. What do you get when you boil a clown? A laughing stock. Oh, that's funny. Clown soup. I bet it would have polka dots, too. Oh, let me try. A clown named Pasakani. Wait, excuse me. Pagaki. Like that goes to see a therapist. Oh, darn it, I messed it up. You're a funny lady, Dahlia. Oh, you smiled. Yeah, he doesn't want to admit it. Oh, stop. Just because I pointed it out. I'll start getting the idea you're determined to slunk. Sorry. I just haven't told any jokes in a while. No audience unless I got brought out just for that. So, I'll stop. Aw, it's okay. Like, no, don't say that. I'm sure you'll find an audience. I'm sure you already have an audience right here. What's the point? The point of telling jokes? The point of coming up with jokes if I only get to tell them when someone gives me the time of day. I don't like being a puppet. The only choice I get is to not participate. So I started doing that. Obtaining out. Oh, so you just don't do anything? Nothing I don't want to do. Which I don't want to do much lately, so... yeah, kind of. He looks uncomfortable at the direction of the conversation. It's clear he hasn't had to explain himself at length before, especially when so withdrawn with everything. Dahlia, on the other hand, is clearly mulling this idea over in her head. Do you think you'd want to do more if you could get around better on your own? Since then, you could go Since then, you can go where you like and not have to wait for someone to bring you there. That would make things easier for me. No offense, but I don't think I want you stitching anything onto me, if that's what you're thinking. Huh, why? Are you just assuming I'd be bad at it? I choose to keep my answer to myself. That wasn't what I was thinking about anyway. Wait here for just a moment. I'll try not to go anywhere. I mean, literally, you can't even go anywhere. Oh, what is Dahlia gonna do? She stands here near the box Huxley arrived in and looks up, her glance aimless, as though she isn't quite sure where to look. Hello up there! I imagine you're still watching, yes? Oh, I think she's talking to the creator. I think we're the creator, just looking over at the dolls and stuff. Thank you for sending me a new friend. I know I've asked for one a lot, but I'm afraid I need to ask for something else. I'm sorry for asking you so soon after receiving this gift, but it isn't for me, so I hope that might make up for it. So do you think perhaps you could give me something to help, Huxley move? Oh, she's gonna ask for legs for him so that he can move around? That's so sweet. Perhaps wheels or a wooden skeleton? Oh, and we can help. You suppose there couldn't be any harm in that. If the puppet is really so broken that it can't even keep her company, it doesn't do much good, does it? It will have to be a modification so simple that even the toys can figure it out, though. You have an idea. Surely with only a single item to work with, she'll understand what needs to be done. You place your gift in the box Huxley had arrived in. Dahlia looks on in surprise as she sees a large spring in the box. Ooh, a spring, so he's gonna be like a jack-in-a-box thing, but without the box. Oh, yes, this is perfect! Thank you so much! She eagerly plucks her gift from the container, needing both hands to carry it. It's as long as her legs at the very least. Seeing as it's a bit unwieldy, perhaps it isn't the best idea to bring it near the tea set. She ends up leaving it behind and fetching Huxley instead. Oh yes, you gotta bring over the clown boy here. It takes a pair a few minutes to figure out the logities of the attachments, but in the end, it is sewn sincerely to the opening of Huxley's body. She takes a moment to get used to balancing on the spring. Aww, and now he's balancing on the bloody little string. That's cute. Oh, this certainly is different. I think I'm getting the hang of it, though. The stairs will take some practice. That's what the railing is for, at least until you get better at jumping. Perhaps soon, you'll be able to leap from the landing to the upper doorway in one go. She laughs at the idea, but he seems to be very seriously considering it. Perhaps so. Everything else is upstairs, right? What about the back room? More stairs, unfortunately. That's a doorway to the attic. And what's up there? More stairs? The ceiling, silly. And some old odds and ends. Some things that just don't really have a place in the house. But they still have to go somewhere. Perhaps we can eventually be converted to the bedroom for you. Your cruelty knows no bounds, Lady Delia. Ugh, jeez. Excuse me. Making a man able to jump, then putting him in a room with a low ceiling? I didn't mean... I know, I'm only teasing you. For someone who kept wanting me to lighten up, you sure aren't good at recognizing a joke. Oh, don't tease me. And I'm happy to see you're in much better spirits. I am. I've never had someone like this. Though, is this really okay? What do you mean? Nothing. I don't like being a puppet, so I don't know why I should feel odd about becoming something else. Like a jack-in-a-box? I would never. Huh? I mean to say, I'm not getting back in that box. Of course not, but you will have to sleep somewhere. And I suppose the box can stay here in the viner. But we could make it into a table or use it as a chest. I just don't want to have to carry it up in the attic. Whatever you want to do with it, it's not mine. But yeah, I guess this makes me a jack out of the box, which I'd also never do. Dahlia tilts her head in confusion once more. Huxley spares her any explanation of the joke. I'm actually feeling a little fidgety now. I think I want to give the stairs a try. Will you show me the rest of the house if I make it up? Of course, and if you can't, I'll carry you up. I'll make it up even if I had to drag myself up. Just, maybe go stand out of the way just in case. Oh, so he's gonna practice. Oh, that's just so sweet. They're just getting along and just, like, getting to know their personalities and whatnot here. That's really sweet. For now, at least. For some time and effort and a couple of paintings knocked off of the wall, Huxley managed to make his way up the stairs. Dahlia feels perhaps a few new cracks were added into her face, from the worry of which she watches when he twice spilled backwards down the stairs. Luckily, the clown was not so delicate as she was. He bounced like rubber. Perhaps that's what he was made of. The thought remains in her mind that she'll have to remind her new friend that she is much more fragile than he is. But for now, she hurries up after him to congratulate him and show him around the upper floor. The lining closet isn't exactly a room, but it's important to show regardless. The bathroom is of some slightly more importance, of course, though perhaps less important than it would have been in a real house. Excuse me. Huxley showed notes a lingering smell of paint and powder in the bathroom. It must be where Dahlia takes her. The thing cuts up here. I can't really read that. And lastly, Dahlia brings him to her bedroom. Oh, to the bedroom right there. The beautiful bedroom, of course. I don't think I've ever had anyone in here before. Well, aside from Whisker. You don't think so? You don't think so? Where is that little guy anyway? I kind of expected him to join us for the tour. Oh, don't mind him. He's so jumpy these days. I couldn't even tell you why. Perhaps he's less confident without other the plush animals around. Did there used to be more? I can't seem to recall. Oh, well, that's sad. I mean, if that's really what he feels, then that's kind of saddening, just being the only one that's so different from everyone. I mean, they're different, but they're still, like, toys and whatnot here. You shouldn't be afraid of that matter. I know I knew a teddy bear once. Perhaps he was a friend of Whiskers? He frowns, bows, fared and apparelled in consideration. Huxley watches on with concern. Is remembering things a regular problem with you, Dahlia? In a sense, I suppose it is. Very little changes in the house, so the days tend to blend together. If I had trouble remembering something, I'd be hard-pressed to know whatever it's due to forgetfulness or because it happened longer ago than I realize. I've recently started writing in my journal again, though, so that should help with the more recent days. I wasn't sure where I was for a while, so I'll have to really make good use of it now that I have it again. Yeah, sounds like a plan. And if I get curious, I could always read up on what I missed before I get here. Absolutely not! Oh, what? I keep it locked so you couldn't even if you wanted to. Oh, so the journal's very important. Just another joke, Dahlia. I wouldn't read your diary. You better not. Now, what was I going to show you in here? Oh, I wanted to show you here my wardrobe. I keep my dresses here, so it's full of many games as well. You could feel free to help yourself at any of them if you find yourself looking for something to play. I have my bookcase in here as well. I have all the classics. Pride and the Prejudice. A Little Princess, Hans Christian Andersen's Fairy Tales collection. Quite the collection, Dahlia. Are you teasing me again? No, they're you. Except that one. The complete short stories of Edgar Allan Poe. A little bit of a Gothic at heart, are you? Oh, yeah, so Edgar Allan Poe? Yeah, that certainly is Gothic material, say. I did say I love the classics. What about you, Mr. Know-It-All? You making yourself sound rather well-read? I've just heard my share of the bedtime stories in my day. And the others I've heard a little of in homework form. I have to say, it hasn't made me the most bookish kind of guy. Except maybe the joke books. Well, in your words, that's very you. There's no shame in it, but I warned you that you will eventually want to do some reading. Beggars can't be choosers for entertainment in this house, though I'd be happy to read to you. I can see it now. I'll let you know if I have trouble falling asleep here, then maybe I could use it. Aw, this is just so wholesome already. Like, they're just talking about their interests and whatnot here. I think this is a really nice scene. Although, she did say something about the journal that she doesn't want him to read it, so that's gotta be very important later on in the story, probably. It's refreshing to see Dahlia looking so lively again after so much time spent by herself in the dollhouse. She had her problems in the past getting along with other toys, but the clown seems to be a good choice. Entertaining as a gesture should be, but not so energetic that he would impose upon her lifestyle. She considers herself to be an elegant lady after all, and some wild fool would certainly find themselves met with friction when it came to living with her. Hopefully they continue to get along. Yeah, well, hopefully so. In the following days, they seem to adjust well enough. They play their games and have their tea together, and even Whisker seems to be more at ease with Huxley now. It's a point of concern in some ways. Hopefully the rabbit doesn't come to be too affectionate with the clown. But for now, it's happy days within the dollhouse. Uh-oh, that's gotta be foreshadowing of something. You find yourself watching them regularly. Today, you're back at the okay. Yeah, some of the words are definitely crossed out here, so I can't really make out exactly as to what it says in the bottom here, but I'm guessing that the creator, ourselves, are basically watching them over, keeping an eye on them, and just seeing how they're doing and stuff, so, yeah. Oh, now they're in the attic. I'm sorry we don't have a better place to keep a lot of things, though I'm happy the bed is finally seeing some use. It's not too bad. The spiders have been keeping me company at night. Spiders? Well, probably just little mites. I have wondered about some of the things you keep up there, though. Don't just change the subject after mentioning spiders. Are they really spiders up there?
No, I was only joking, Dahlia.
You better be. Horrible creatures.
Yeah, horrible creatures indeed. Wouldn't want any live spiders in there.
Now, what were you wondering about?
Well, I noticed some of these things seem out of place here. The paintings, sure, they make sense for you to have, but there are some old brace knickknacks in here that don't look like any of your other stuff. Like this big base, a horse head.
It's a knight. But you're right. It doesn't look familiar.
And there's some old clothing up here.
Oh, I really haven't cleaned up here in some time, but I didn't think there was anything but spare decor items. What sort of clothing is it?
Well, I found some bow ties, like the formal kind, not like my ribbon. And no offense to our dearest lady, Dahlia, but they wouldn't really suit you. Do they belong to Whisker?
No, Whisker doesn't really have many belongings to speak of.
Whisker shakes his head to confirm this. Oh, so I'm guessing all the stuff belonged to other toys, probably.
He only has the little bed in my room and a few little toys of his own. Though half of the time, he seems to prefer playing with balled up paper more than the things I make for him.
One's doll's trash is a rabbit's treasure.
I'm almost certain that that's not how that phrase goes.
Well, in any case, they seem like men's clothes to me. Though I did see some old... Okay. Okay. Though I did see some old hair brushes and things as well. Not ones that match your sets, though. Do you think some of these was left from whoever lived in the house before you?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. I suppose that's possible, though it seems stranger to me that the owner wouldn't remove such things before placing me here.
Maybe the owner hoped for a more masculine doll.
I'm sure I'm exactly what they were hoping for. They've had me this long after all.
Well, the owner doesn't seem to be interested in doing much of your home regardless, so maybe they didn't bother with this. Or they're using your storage for their extra things?
Oh, I haven't considered that. And they get quiet at times. So, but that doesn't mean they lack interest. They love me. And I love them too.
You two should get a room then. Or, I guess, a house. Oh, wow, really?
Oh, hush. There's no need to be jealous, Husley. I am sure that they'd love me too.
Oh, really? I'm sure. Yeah, I basically love you, darling. Of course. I love both of you. Like, I am the creator. I basically made all of you.
You wouldn't be living here if they didn't find something appealing about you.
It must have been my sparkling personality then.
Perhaps it was. Right.
Well, I don't have any doubts that they're just tossing me in here for your sake if they really love you that much.
How do you mean?
Uh-oh. What? Well, you have told me a few times of how lonely it is here without someone to have conversations with, and here I am.
Well, I am happy you're here, but I doubt it's just for me.
It's all the same to me. So long as they leave me be, I'm just fine.
So, that's just silly, Husley. I know you'd enjoyed your attention if you got it.
Doubt it.
Such a sourpuss. I suppose we'll find out the next time they do decide to check in on us regardless.
I'll be holding my breath until then. Yeah, so I'm assuming that depending on who we actually choose, it might lead to a different landscape right there, so I wonder how this one will go. The conversation comes to a stop as the pair go back to cleaning, but it leaves you with some thinking to do. It has been a little time since you digitally purchased the clown, so you've had a little more time to get to know more about him. More so than you can have known taking him out of the shelf. At this point, oh, so remains your favorite or is willing to win you over. Ooh, this has got to be very important. So depending on who we choose, we're definitely going to see the outcome of this matter here. So yeah, let's just save this right here because this is going to be very important later on in the story here. So what we're going to do is that we're going to see what happens if we do Husley first, and then afterwards we'll do Dahlia at the second. So yeah, let's go with Husley and see. I mean, he's new around here, so we gotta at least know him more. It would be a lie to say that the clown wasn't growing on you. Though at first, you did only bring him to the dollhouse in order to provide Dahlia with some company. He's a funny little guy in his own right. Even if even if not always through his jokes. You'll have to start thinking of some ways to make him feel more welcome in the house now that you know Dahlia will be able to get along with him. I don't know. Things are fairly peaceful in the dollhouse for some time after. You check on the toys from time to time, a little more frequently than you would have when it was only Dahlia and Whisker in the house. It's more active when it has been in some time, so there's more to see coming on. You decide you'll be adding some new things for them from time to time to keep up this level of activity. Yeah, sure, I'm sure so. Try that piece in the bottom right here. Whisker leans forward against the table to move one of the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle. His little paws nudged it carefully down to fit within its place. Oh, okay, that's part of the red costume. That's why the color was so different. Oh, what are you two doing up here? Hey Dahlia. Whisker was just helping me with this puzzle. I tried by myself, but you know me. Butterfingers. Husley says this as he extends one of his digitalist stub arms before lowering it again. Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh yes, I see. I really enjoy puzzles too. You should have told me. I would be happy to help.
You were reading, so I didn't want to bother you about it. Plus, I think Whisker likes puzzles. The rabbit perks up at this, confirming the statement. Dahlia's demeanor changes at this. Something about this is bothering her. Oh, well that can't be good. What do you mean? Huh, Whisker never wanted to do puzzles with me. He never wants to sit on my lap like that either. Actually, where did you get this? I don't remember seeing this puzzle before. You haven't? I found it in the file today. I assume you left it out. I don't leave my things lying around. It must be new. How odd! The owner always brings new gifts to my attention. I guess it was for me then. I don't think it's much your style anyway. Dahlia moves a little closer to the table to look at the illustration of the puzzle's box. Oh. Ooh. Alright, this is a really neat artwork right there. Basically, a portrait of circus, action going on here. It features a group of circus performers putting on a show in front of a dapperly dressed audience. Their costumes are bright and colorful against the muted background. The only full character in the puzzle you put together so far is the masquerade clown in the striped tights. Oh, wow. Yes, I suppose it would have to be for you then. Something wrong, Dahlia? You can still put it together with us. Not wrong, exactly, but was this the only thing in the folder? Yeah, I didn't see anything else out of the place. Well, you two enjoy your puzzle then. I suppose I have other things to do. Yeah, she's gonna probably get jealous over time. What's up with her, Whisker? You think she's mad at me? Oh. Ugh, I hate guessing games like this. I guess I'll just ask her about it later. Yeah, sure thing. Uh-oh. Hey, Dahlia, what's up? Dahlia makes her way up to the attic and knocks at the ceiling of the house. Are you up there? I know you had to be here earlier. Tap tap, what's up? I thought so. That was awfully mean of you earlier, you know. Leaving Huxley a gift and nothing for me. Now that you have a new toy, you're just going to leave me to gather dust? Oh, no. Yeah, she's gonna think that we don't like her anymore, and she's gonna grow jealous. That's probably what's happening. She's being so melodramatic, but you did somewhat expect this from her. She's never taken well to having to share attention. Though you're a little surprised she's already noticed you giving him attention over a single small gift. He didn't even thank you or give you credit for it, so it's not as though he's going to be seeking your attention out because of the puzzle. Well, since you don't plan on answering me, you should know I'm feeling very cross with you about this. Between leaving me alone in here for so long and then immediately turning your attention to your new friend, I'm feeling very replaced. So I expect you to be something to make this up for me. Yeah, she's definitely pretty mad at us for that matter. It was just only one gift. You're gonna get more gifts soon enough there, darling. It's not the end of the world. The fragile body in a fragile heart. The porcelain drama queen exits the attic. You might consider getting her something as well to cheer up. But at the same time, you don't want to encourage her to indulge in such dramatics every time you do something with Huxley. For now, you'll just have to ignore this outbursts. Oh, that's not going to be good. You leave the dollhouse alone for the rest of the day. Yeah, that's probably a bad sign. The next morning, you decide to check on the group around breakfast time. Luckily, it looks like everyone is relaxed again, so they are all spending time together. Well, that's at least good, hopefully. Okay, so it's quiche? Quiche! Huxley, kissy. Are you paying attention? You look ready to fall asleep. I never get up this early. My head feels empty and my body feels boneless. You don't have bones, and I'm not sure if your head is empty or not, actually. Do you have glass eyes like mine? Oh my gosh. Wait, you're distracting me. I'm trying to give instructions. Sorry, Lady Dahlia. Please continue. Well, I was going to have you dice the vegetables for the quiche, but I'd rather not have you holding the knife while you're so tired. Why don't you mix up the eggs for me instead? I'll measure out the other ingredients for you to mix in, and you'll just have to man the mixer. Aye aye, chef. Easier for me. I am a noise with the knife. Anyway. Oh, right, Butterfingers. Did she take that seriously? Yeah, I guess so. The group gets to work on their complex breakfast dish. Dahlia works effortlessly as she dices up their various vegetables into little cubes that will suit the size of the dish. She occasionally moves to check on Husley's progress, but he seems to have things handled. Whisker head hangs onto the clown's back, watching the mixture cooning in the bowl and occasionally moving the lever switch when Husley asked him to. Yeah, so they're just doing some stuff here. Oh. As you watch, you start to notice how much Delia looks over their way, a small frown on her face. Uh-oh. Why are you frowning at them? Whisker catches her eye at one point and looks away. She turns her gaze down to her cutting board. By the time everything is put together to go into the oven, she's on edge. She excuses herself from the kitchen, asking Husley to set the timer for her on her way out. She heads to the floor. Uh-oh. Dahlia? What's going on? What's wrong, darling? Stepping into the fire, Dahlia spots a handful of items on the box-turned table that Husley arrived in. A couple of colored balls, some silk of handkerchief squares, also colorful, some oversized playing cards. Nothing she'd really be interested in. But there is one particular ornament item along the group. She approaches and picks it up. Oh, what a cute little cane! I usually prefer the parasols, but this is nice. As she turns the wooden cane over to her hands, she observes the metal handle on the top. It's fairly textured, made to be easily to grab even without wrapping fingers all the way around it. The flat top holds a little painted disc, paint slimly edged with a decorated H. Oh no, this was also meant for Husley right there. Your work is detailed. Even when working with such small materials, you were very particular in making this gift. Oh, the handcrafted cane lies splintered in half of the ground. Whoa! What was that? Nothing. Didn't I tell you to wait in the kitchen? So, I don't think so. And I was worried. You were acting weird. Yeah, I mean, she was acting weird. Are those for me? Dahlia kicks the handle and the broken cane behind her with her heel. Probably. Looks like all of it is for you. Whisker scantles across the furrow and to Husley's side, carrying the cane handle to his paws. His little plush steps went unnoticed by the larger toys in the room. Oh, snap, yep. He exposed her, bro. He exposed her. Husley takes the cane and looks to see what Dahlia is hiding. Jeez, Dahlia, what's your problem? Seriously, what did I even do? It's not you. I'm just upset with the owner right now. I was really angry, and I had just picked up the cane. I was so mad, I just hit it against the box without thinking, and it broke. It was an accident. Bull! You didn't break anything else. You only broke something that was for me. Husley, are you crying? Oh no! He's crying! No. I honestly didn't think it would mean so much to you. It's just a cane. It was made for me. Nobody's ever made something just for me. You have so much. But you want to take away what I've got too? It was an accident. You already attempted, you thought about it. You already admitted you thought about it. That's enough. You are very upset with Dahlia for this, and you can see Husley is getting pretty worked up. Best to separate them for now, and put Dahlia where you don't have to look at her for a while. What? Oh! You put Dahlia away in her room and lock the door. Huxley, who was already upset by this turn of events, is terrified at seeing your hand enter the dollhouse so suddenly. There isn't much else you could do but leave him alone to calm down. Dahlia pounds on the door in her room. You can hear her voice cracking as she cries to you, threatening you, says whatever she can think of to be the absurdity of any guilt. She just doesn't want to take responsibility for what she did. You decide to leave her in there until you're feeling less upset about what happened, whenever that happens to be. For now, you decide to focus on making a new gift for Huxley. You haven't expected him to be so sentimental over it. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty unfair that she bloody just did that. I mean, I guess that is a valid response to be even take actions for that, but still, I mean, she is upset because you're now focusing on him now, honestly. But knowing now it is so meaningful to him, you're nearly motivated to make something for him that he'll enjoy. If he's willing to accept something like that from you, even with his fear of your physical preference, it's a good first foot in the door to actually bond with a clown. But what to make? Oh, what to make? Remake a cane, a portrait, or something? What on earth do we even make in this matter? I mean, what's the nicest thing we need to do? Well, obviously he needs a bed, so let's make him a bed. Right, he's still sleeping on that risky old metal frame in the attic that's been in there for years. You're sure he could use something more comfortable, and on top of that, you can customize it to be more suitable for him. Perhaps it would look nice with some bright colors and a star relief carving on the headboard. Maybe the door, maybe bad knobs that look like circus sea lions bouncing a ball in their nose. The idea is ambitious, but your mind is already racing with ideas. You decide you had better get to work right away. Over the next couple of days, you leave the dollhouse alone to work diligently on the bed for Huxley. You imagine he would just like some time without you looming over the house after what happened before. However, you know that before you can present him with this bed, you'll have to try and get things back to normal within the house. It's time to check on Dahlia. Oh, you find her laying on the bed, completely despondent. She's fully dressed, though you can't be sure whatever that means she has been getting up every day to get ready or just haven't changed into her pajamas since you put her here. You unlock the door for a click. Oh, she's immediately alerted. You're back! I thought maybe you were going to leave me in here forever. I'm sorry for acting that before. I shouldn't have destroyed something that you made. Well, this was a surprise. But you doubt she'll learn much from this, even if she's trying to make up for you now. You should consider my feelings, too, though. It's not about the gift specifically. You know that, don't you? Oh boy. You aren't sure what to do in response to this. She looks ready to burst into tears, and you're still pretty cross with her. It doesn't negate your suspicion. She's only trying to get your sympathy so you'll forgive her for acting out. She looks up and around the room expectantly. When nothing happens, she slowly sinks. I see. You don't want to talk about it right now. That's fine. It's fine. I should go let Huxley and Whisker know I'm out again. And I'm supposed to talk to Huxley about this. I love you. Please talk to me soon. Aww, this is sad. She's just so upset. I can't even tell if she's only acting out or if she's very, very on for it. Like, she's probably just being for real in this matter. She anxiously hurries out of the room, her posture stiffs, and her expression full of worry. Just in case you stick around to listen in on her and Huxley. Aw, you find the conversation already in progress, but their voices are low and hard to hear. Perhaps Dahlia didn't want you to listen in. Aww. And now they're just all here. I just worry that that's the direction this was going. I don't remember it clearly, but I do have mentions in my journal. I don't think it's out of question that replacement is what
they have in mind. Well, I don't know them very well, so I couldn't say that, but when I got here, you tried very hard to tell me how much you trusted them on stuff. Plus, don't you think that's kind of an overreaction onto a few gifts for me? This house is already full of stuff for you, so it's just common sense that more things would be added for me to balance it out. You just don't get it. My bond with them is special, so I can tell when they're pulling away. Aww. Well, so what then? So what? Yeah, I mean, they put me in here for you, didn't they? It's not like you'd be alone even if they did decide to focus their attention on me. That's not the same. Oh? I'm not trying to say I don't like you, Husley. I like you a lot. You're my friend. But the owner, there's something else different entirely. My friendship with you makes me happy, but you don't give my life purpose. Nobody can do that for you, Dahlia. I know you think you're made just for them, but here's the thing. You have no purpose. Nobody does. Nobody can give you one. That's the awful truth. You have to get by in life by your own will. Or just spin your wheels like I was when I just gave up. It's your own choice. There's no pressure to live for someone else, but there's no drive outside of your own wants. And that's difficult, but it is what it is. But that can't possibly be right. And what would you know anyway? You spent your whole life just moping around, hating what you are. Just because you lack any difference doesn't mean I do too. I should have known better than to confide in you. You don't get it because you've never been anyone's favorite. Oh, bro, come on. He was just trying to make amends with you. Just trying to be your friend. Like, why do you have to be so mean? Like, come on, Dahlia, he loves you. Like, he does care about you. You're just pushing him away. That's how it is, man. Well, I'm Whisker's favorite. Huh? Oh my god, bro. You literally just said that. Like, that's going to really infuriate her even more. For the second time in just a few minutes, Dahlia storms out of the room, though this time it's clear she's angrier than she was upset. But at the very least, Husley stood his ground this time. Dahlia looks like she is going to go sulk over tea in the kitchen, so you feel safe in leaving them alone while you get back to work. As long as she isn't at his throat, she can be mad all she likes. Oh, but that's probably gonna get even worse. Oh, wow! Today you finished your bed for Husley. Aw, yeah, we're basically giving him the bed. We basically made him all just for him. He approaches the bed, reaching out to touch the headboard as though to check if it was real. You feel the sense of pride, a little piece of furniture being carved out of real wood. It's not some cheap plastic dilemma piece with a crap store. Clearly he noticed of how much worry is put into it. He sits on the edge of the bed, testing out the stringiness of the mattress. It's definitely better than the old one in the attic. It's only your hope that he would feel more at home this way. It's a big piece of furniture that can't easily be ignored in a style of all over it. Like Dahlia's is imposing more for poster beds, Husley is meant to display that he is very permanent place in his house, and it's all his. Oh, you're probably around, right? Oh, yeah, and we basically tapped him for him right there. Right, there you are. Jeez, I just realized I never really know how to talk to you. Especially since I've been avoiding you. You had to have noticed that. Sorry about that, and thanks for this. I really didn't think you'd care about me at all. Since it'd be pretty easy for you to just think of me as some object for your entertainment. But you surprised me. Also, I'm not lugging this thing up the stairs by myself. You'll have to move it. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Well, Dahlia comes back.
Dahlia steps down the stairs, frowning as she looks at the compatriots bed in the formal. Huxley's eternal journey clears up at seeing when she's looking at it. Oh, what is this? It's taking up the whole doorway. Huxley gets up and off the bed where he was sitting. I don't think it's going to stay here. It's probably for the attic. Right, the attic. I suppose we'll just disassemble the old one to make room for the new one. Oh. Huxley doesn't respond to that. He likely knows it holds a secondary meaning in her eyes. I suppose I'll have to do it myself too, since you can't really help with that. You're just trying to get a rise out of me now. Oh no, guys, calm down, please. Let's not fight about this. This is just a bed that I crafted for him. Why do you gotta fight? How so? It's the truth. Unless you think everything I do should be around you too. I am the only thing who hasn't been acting that way over you after all, so I would understand your confusion. Why are you so jealous of me? Jealous? There's nothing to be jealous of. The owner is only giving you attention because you're a novelty. You're new, and they'll get bored of you. Shut up. And even if they do, whatever. Whisker's my friend. I thought you were too, but whatever. One is plenty for me. At least he cares about me. You never cared about anyone but yourself. Whisker quietly enters the room, having heard the commotion and his name being used. He looks especially worried. That's not true. I care about the owner, or else this wouldn't even matter to me, because they care about me too. Oh yeah? Then what happened to what you said before, about their silence being fine with you? They can ignore you all they want as long as they aren't giving attention to anyone else? You're not sure about whenever they care about you. You're worried you're just a toy to them. Because you pull all your worth into getting your approval. You make yourself miserable, Dahlia. So, stop coming up with ways to blame me for it. Neither of us control what they do. Neither of us can know for sure what they feel. Neither of us can guarantee we're more than just possessions for them. So it's pointless. If you don't want to be my friend, just leave me alone. Oh my god. Yeah, this is bad. You said in silence for a moment. Is that really how he feels about you? Even after you went all of your way to make him feel welcome? He's right about Dahlia's insecurity, but maybe he's the same. Maybe he just can't trust you. You don't like it, but it's hard to completely disregard his point of view. You aren't in the same possession at all, and he knows it. Surely he really realized how long you deal with Dahlia and her dramatic dough. Ugh. If you throw out toys every time they were difficult for you, you would never have any. Dahlia returns from the kitchen. Huxley? What? What do you want, Dahlia? You really don't understand the thing. You ruined everything! Don't you get it? Whoa, wait, what the heck? She got a knife! Wait, why does she have a knife? Bro, wait, what? Dahlia? Dahlia holds a knife. Dahlia holds a kitchen knife in her hand. I was wrong. I can admit that. Wanting friends, that was wrong. It should have been just me. Even Whisker doesn't need to be here. Oh no! Is she gonna kill him? Whisker is quick to flee. He bumps into the box, knocking the lid open. He used it for cover. You're acting nuts! If you want the bed so bad, just take it. I just won't have anything. It's better than whatever this is. I don't want the stupid bed. I just want things to be like they were. Dahlia, please, you're scaring me. You begin to reach in for Dahlia. But she lunges before you could come even close. What the frick are you doing? What is she doing? Bro, she's got a knife. She's crazy. You're doing it on purpose. Going on and on about how much it doesn't matter to you. About how you aren't even trying. It just comes so easy to you, doesn't it?
while I worry and try and actually care about what happens. You just mope on till everything gets handed to you. I'm not. Please, I'll just go. I'll ask them to take me out of here. That's not good enough. I need to know that you won't come back. Bro! What the fridge? Stop it! Dahlia! Bro, she's literally killing him! Stop it! Why are you doing this? Oh my god! Get this woman in jail! Call 911 this instant! Oh no. With the knife stringing, there isn't much you can do but wait. He stopped moving early into the attack. She even tore out his spring and tossed it across the room. Not that he had been able to use it to get away. Oh my god! This poor boy! He's been shredded! He's barely recognizable as the puppet you chose at the time she spends up over him. His rubber head was split right up the middle, and now lay splayed in the ground like open butterfly wings. It's like each half of his face is a mask, each displaying the different emotion held in his final moments. Oh my god, yeah, you can see his face like it's both fear and wariness. Like with the fridge, his lining is shredded, his stuffing tossed every which way. He's beyond salivating. Whisker, you weren't always so bad, so I'm sorry about this. Oh, you stepped away from the dollhouse. How did things go so wrong so quickly? You need to find something to put Dahlia in. You can't leave her in here. But you don't want to pick her up while she's acting like this. The knife is the size of an extensile blade to you. But you don't doubt she would stick it right through your hand if you give her the chance. Assuming she didn't go for the vein instead. You find a jar that should be about the right size and grab a large paintbrush to shove her into it with and return to the dollhouse. You're met with a burning smell and a sight of smoke exiting the windows. What? You find Dahlia sitting in the attic. In the brief time you are away, she set the room ablaze. Oh my god, she sets the whole thing on fire! You could smell some sort of incinerate. It makes you wonder if she put some thought into this before, about what she would do. It occurs to you attempt to scoop her into the jar, but fire is already creeping up the sides of her dress, of her hair. Oh my god, what do we do? Leave her? Or save her? I mean, I don't even know exactly as to what we should do right there. Let's save her for just a second real quick. I mean, yeah, what happens if we actually leave her? Huxley was right in the way. She's in the hell of her own making, and never has been so clear as now when you see her being taken by the flames. Cracks form from the heat, and her clothes and hair burned away. You look away. You start to think this was never a possibility of either of you being happy in this arrangement. It's both a punishment and a mercy to let her burn. You leave to grab the pitcher of water for the fire. The scale, it's small and fairly contained. The only damage is to the dollhouse. Still, you move your paint thinners and repair supplies off of your table and splash down the surface with water to catch any spray embers. And you wait. You didn't put on the fire until you're sure she's been reduced to nothing more than porcelain excuse me. You don't pull out the fire until you're sure she has been reduced to nothing more than porcelain debris. You take some responsibility for the situation, after all. It was your dollhouse. You were in the charge of it. But things were clearly beyond any redemption. You're not sure when you're to be up for it, but you'll just have to start over fresh. A new home, maybe new toys. and you'll be sure your control is known to be undefendable so that this will never happen again. Ending to be the doll maker, the monster maker. Wow, she basically just burned herself because she couldn't take it anymore. Wow, that's really crazy. So we basically just left her in there to die in the flames because she caused all this. And then, not only that, she also killed freaking Huxley. Like, why would she do that? Like, why in the world would she do such a thing? That's horrible, man. Okay, so since we already left her, let's at least save her and see what happens. The dollhouse is definitely ruined. Huxley and Whisker are beyond saving. Horrible as she has been, she's the only thing left. You reach into the dollhouse with your tools and scoop the burning doll into the jar. It's lucky for her that you chose a glass container, or you wouldn't have even had the option. You hurry her into the bathroom, the lid held over the jar to try and keep the smoke from escaping. It's not enough to sulfur the fire. You finally bring her to the sink and turn on the faucet, drenching her and filling the container with water. By the time you've done all this, her cotton clothing has been ruined. Her wool-rift hair has easily burned away. Her paper flowers are only ashes in the water. She's naked, enchained, and unrecognizable. Oh my god. That is so sad! Like, we did save her, but we still killed her either way. Like, she's still gone. But she's alive. Try as she might to convince you otherwise by sinking emotionlessly to the bottom of the jar. You've had to remake her. The damage is extensive. But she's a monster you're making. You'll breathe new life into her. And hopefully this time, you'll get it right. Oh, and this is ending 2A, the Princess Ashputty. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, we did save her, but now we gotta remake her and just start over. Like, man, that was also devastating, I will definitely have to say. Yeah, so, yeah, if you basically choose to spend more time with Huxley, then, Dahlia over here will basically just kill him, and you could either save her or leave her in the fire and stuff. So, yeah, that was quite devastating. Okay, then, so after that whole thing, we already did Huxley, so now it's time we choose Dahlia, since, I guess, in this one here, Huxley will probably be jealous that you chose Dahlia more than him. You still feel Huxley is better suited as something of a distraction for Dahlia. Flawed little thing that she is, you wouldn't have kept her this long if you didn't have some attachment to her. Especially of how poorly she gets along with other toys. She's quite lucky that even though she's so much trouble, you have quite the sentimental view of her. Hopefully the clown learns his place at the time and stops bringing down the mood for her. If not, you could always make some adjustments. Oh, adjustments you say? But nothing can last forever. It's clear enough the honeymoon phase is coming to an end by the argument you found already in progress when you check on the house today. Oh, so wait, things actually took a turn after this whole entire fiasco comes in. Like, basically Dahlia's phase, like, they're still doing fine, but now in this one here, they're just jumping straight into arguing. Huxley, you picked out our game 3 times in a row. We're going to play what I want to today. You're literally offered to let me choose. You can't say you don't care what we play and take it back because you didn't like what I picked. I didn't know you were going to pick the worst one when I said that. The worst one? You seemed fine with it the other day. But fine, let's play this one instead. You like Parlor Detective, don't you? Are you serious? I'm just more in the mood for a word game. So you have a specific game in mind. I didn't realize which one I wanted until now. It's not as though I planned to argue with you. Could have fooled me. You're so sour, Huxley. You're so sour, Huxley.
I'll get the game set up while you're over there slunching. Slooking. You'll feel better once we start playing. Hey Whisker, what do you make of this? The rabbit looks up in his place on the little pet bed at the floor. He seems uneasy at being addressed in the middle of their tiff. Whisker doesn't even talk, Husley. I know you're playing some joke. Whisker, do you think Dahlia already started the game without me? I'm still setting it up. Because I'm starting to think we're playing charades, or ESP tester, or maybe just mind games. I don't think expecting you to take me at my word requires you to be psychic. The only funny thing about this is how silly you're acting over some board games. Yeah, well, maybe I'm not in the mood for your kind of game. So you're pitching a fit over not getting your way? That's rich. No, if you just said what you wanted from the beginning, I wouldn't care. Honestly, if you want to watch paint dry and you were serious about it, that'd be fine with me. But I'd rather drink paint than get jerked around. Then enjoy the taste of your new colors. I'm not in the mood to play anymore. Dahlia shoves the little letter tabs and the board games back into the box she has been removing them from. Even Husley looks a bit surprised by this reaction, but primarily he looked irritated. Yeah, this is not good right there. So yeah, basically Husley over there is just becoming a bit of a brat because he wants to play his own game, but she does not want to play that game, so they're arguing over a freaking game. Like, we're just jumping straight at it. Yeah, basically this guy over there is just being a brat in this matter. Like, what the heck? It's odd to see him so worked up. Though he has been more lively since Dahlia helped him get back to his feet. It's rare to see him feel so strongly about anything. The general state of ennui he carries himself with leaves little room such emotional outbursts. Not beyond a sarcastic remark anyway. So seeing him like this, it's a little worrisome. Once the game is put away, Dahlia moves to push him along towards the door, meeting resistance when she does. What are you doing? Oh, we're not going to be playing anything now, so I want some time for myself. Get out of my room. How mature of you, Miss Dahlia. Really befitting a lady of your sabir. Out! Oh. The clown finally exits the room, and she slams the door behind him. With him gone, she sighs and presses her back to the door. It takes her a few moments, but she gathers herself and straightens out her dress and then her hair. When she looks around and sees Whisker is no longer in the room either, she sits down on her bed and takes up her diary and pen from her dresser. I swear, I can't count on anyone just to be Sybil. She begins to write. You decide to leave her to her personal writing. Oh, no. Yeah, so basically in this matter here, we're going to definitely be seeing Husley probably do something about that journal. Yeah, because she talks about her journal, so I wonder exactly as to how this will go. Yeah, I don't even know why freaking Husley is just basically having a meltdown over a stupid game. Like, come on, man. Like, why you gotta be so pushy about it? Dahlia is waiting in the kitchen, presumably for the other toys. She seems to be lost in thought. The distant look leaves her face when Husley enters the room. You can tell by his expression he's wary of what she might have said to him. Presumably, they haven't spoken since their fight. It's probably good that you're here to watch them just in case. Good morning, Dahlia. His tone is flat. Cautious, perhaps. Good morning, Husley. Dahlia's greeting is chipper. Her tone sing-song as though she doesn't even recall the fight before. Oh, she's just trying to bring in some more brightness into her mood. That's nice, at least. The clown is caught off guard for a moment by this, but regains his composure. I'm was just waiting to make breakfast. I assume Whisker won't be joining us, but that's alright. I'll wait wait out some leftovers for him. What will we be having today?
You're leaving it to me to choose?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't asking you.
She might mean you, though. What do we have in here? We have oatmeal, crimpets.
Let's go with crumpets. I think those sound delicious.
You reach into the kitchen with them and carefully pitch the little cookbook up to the cupboard between the tips of your fingers. Huxley's eyes look wide, and you can see him tense his jaw as soon as your hand enters the dollhouse. His whole body was wound tight, as though in preparation to flee the room. Dahlia, on the other hand, smiles at her dark eyes watch you take the book from the room. You grab one of your tools and help with moving the pages, a thin pair of tweezers you usually use for toy repairs. You just tear the pages out if you try to handle them yourself. Oh no! Little boy's scary! He's being scared! Like, what the heck? He's like, what the heck is that? Yeah, this is the first time he's meeting us. You carefully select the recipe, then hold the book with the tweezers to keep it open as you return it in the room. Dahlia reaches up to accept the book out of the tool's grip. The puppet shows a silver of teeth between his lips so doesn't speak. Yeah, he just seems very, very scared, as you could definitely tell. He's terrified. You take your hand back out as soon as the item is passed off. You aren't sure what he is thinking, but you can tell he is very upset by your intrusion upon the toy space. Oh, it has been a long day.
Oh, it has been a long time since I made crumpets. I've had some wonderfully juicy strawberries in the fridge as well. They'd be perfect for this. Huxley, do you prefer yours with chocolate sauce or just whipped cream?
I'll have it however you're having yours. How can you tell when they're here anyway? You ask so readily. I mean, she just knows.
Oh, I ask every day. You usually sleep in there. You usually sleep in, though, Mr. Lazy Bones. Lazy No Bones?
Yeah, well, I was having trouble sleeping, so I'm up early.
Oh, let's have some, chamomile tea. Well, let's have some chamomile tea before the bed today, then. I'm sure you'll sleep well, then.
Yeah.
We'll worry about that tonight, though. For now, I have crumpets to make. You're going to love them, I promise. But since they are rather troublesome to make, I'd like you to help as well.
Of course, I can't cook, though.
I'll be doing all the cooking. I just want you to slice the strawberries for me. And do be careful with the knife.
You watch as Dahlia starts to prepare her whipped cream and crumpe batter. She periodically stops to correct Huxley on his cutting technique. Each time he seems a little more discouraged, but he doesn't remark on it. That's probably for the best. You watch until Dahlia starts putting together the crumpets, lovingly rolled into little cone shapes and filled with cream and fruit. At some point, she recuts some of Huxley's strawberry slices into hearts to top them with. Things seem peaceful again, so you leave them to their culinary work. Hopefully the morning together helps them put that argument the night before behind them. Well, hopefully. Your hopes that the toys wouldn't need much more supervision to keep along turned out to be a little too optimistic. Uh-oh. You find yourself regularly checking on them when you hear arguments breaking out in the dollhouse. Despite Huxley's originally harsh demeanor towards Dahlia when she would snap at him, you find he is becoming more and more upset by these developments. You never really took him for the emotional type. You're not sure what to think of it, but Dahlia is convinced that he is only crocodile tears for her. Even so, if so, you find yourself worried about the state of the dollhouse if they continue to bigger this way. You only brought Husley in as a way to keep her entertained and to provide her some company that would actually talk to her, but you're starting to wonder if that was the right decision. The mood changed. The mood in the house has become one on the hospital, and you sometimes found. And you sometimes find yourself considering separating the two by adding an extra wall to divide the house. But that would hardly be a practical solution. Like every other day, you find yourself checking the dollhouse when it becomes too quiet. You need to see what the two inside are up to. You see Dahlia is currently having some tea in the kitchen by herself. She seems fairly content, but you did hear another fight earlier. You checked in the attic before hustling next, expecting to have him moping by himself after another rough day, but he's not here. Oh no, wait, why is he in his... Yeah, seems like Hustly over there is inside of Dahlia's room. Why is he in here? What is he doing in there? You watch in silence. Whisker rests on the pet bed in the room, and his head turns to look at the clown as he crosses the room. Husley brings an arm out of his own face and mimes a shushing noise, a little difficult to do whatever without fingers, but the rabbit seems to understand. He lays his head back down, and Husley continues across the room. He lingers at the bookshelf, bending down to examine the spine of each entry here. He checks the board games as well. Not finding what he's looking for, he heads to the dresser next. Oh no. His eyes wander over the basket of flowers and the clutter of small desk items Dahlia keeps there. A little notepad with a list of chores and repairs to be made sits on top. He leaves through it but drops it back in place once he sees how mundane its contents are. His lights tighten in discomfort. He slowly opens the first drawer of the dresser. He shuts it much more quickly when he opened it. At least you can be sure he wasn't looking for the contents of that one. He opens the next one and this time reaches inside. Dahlia's diary. Oh no! He's looking through the diary! I knew it! I knew he was gonna do something about that! What the fridge? He closes the drawer and leaves the room, heading right back out of the attic in his findings. Whisker gives a worried frown from his position at the pet bed. This is a bad idea. Yeah, this is definitely a bad idea. The lock on the diary is a minor obstacle. He simply uses a small knife from the kitchen to cut it as close to where it attached to the book as possible. It can just be glued back into place. Husley opens the book and sets it out in one of the dusty boxes so that he can more easily read it and turn the pages. Oh no. His touch is careful, aware of how suspicious it would be for any of the diary pages to be ripped. Though he noticed right away some of the older ones are missing. He originally had taken those out for Dahlia, but now you're glad you did for an entirely different reason. You never thought about other toys snooping. Uh-oh. Yep, dear diary. I can't seem to find my old journals, so we'll be starting fresh. But it is a lovely day and such a fresh start. Rose finished with another painting today for the founder. The results are beautiful. She is such a talent with paint. I wish that I could make anything half as lovely. Oh, there's Rose. Yeah, she had another person before working along with her. Oh, I wonder what happened to her. I can at least say I provide something in return, since I'm working on a new dress for her. I do hope that she likes it. I'd like some flowers to put up some arrangements around the house. Since Rose paints so many flowers, I'm sure she would like some for her still lips as well. I'm not sure why I'm bothering, though, with how difficult she's been lately.
It seems like she disagrees with me just for the sake of it. Even on the littlest things, I'm not going to say anything to her about it, but I wish that she would stop regardless. Oh, she had the same problem with someone else. Honestly, I think she's jealous of me. It's the only thing I can think of. Rose used to be so sweet, but now it's like walking on glass to be around her. Or is it eggshells? Either way, she needs to stop picking fights with me. Our owner is only excited by her because she's something new enough to still be a novelty. If she thinks that means she's better than me, her wooden head is as empty as it sounds when the wind blows through the house. Woo! The crude drilling of a doll's head with the wind blowing in one ear and out of another aprons the next page. A couple after that was removed. Oh no. And I think this is going to go through here. I'm terribly lonely here. I think the owner sent Rose away due to my complaints. I haven't seen her in days, and they won't answer me as to her whereabouts. Or is it been weeks? I'm not sure anymore. I suppose I can't have it been days since I'm having difficulty remembering exactly when we last spoke, even picturing her face. I wish she had left behind some self-portraits. I miss her dearly. Huxley frowns and skips ahead past many pages of mundane daily going-ons around the empty house. He ranged from cheerfully the countings of craft projects to desperate letters to no one responding to our loneliness. Oh no. And I think he's going to go over with where he's at. A new home with new faces. I was able to bring a few things with me, but it feels quite frightening at the same. Luckily, Lucille has been a very gracious host. She shares everything with me with the eagerness that tells me she has been as lonely as I have in these past years. Though I don't enjoy sleeping in the attic. It's rather eerie up here. I feel terribly out of place. Maybe if I wish hard enough, I'll return to the home I know. Oh, so we did hear that she was once a new toy, so I guess she was in the attic before Huxley was. Oh, yeah, so Lucille was the original owner, probably. Huxley's eyes, the old bed frame, as now holds his own bed. He had just assumed Dahlia had always lived here and it was her home. Lucille is not what I thought she was. She's so cruel when she wants to be. Today we sat on the roof together to see the stars. She pushed me, the owners doesn't believe me. They replaced the arm that was damaged, but my face can't quite be restored. My eye. I feel so broken beyond that though. Perhaps I'm just very unlucky. Nothing ever quite works out of my favor. Oh, so Lucille was the one that gave her the eye. She pushed her. Like, that's horrible. Okay, I don't forgive her for what she did in the other endings, but this is just cruel. Like, she was trying to make amends for some people, but they turned out to be jerks. Why do I get the feeling that this is kind of like the Amazing Digital Circus plot? Like, the plot of Amazing Digital Circus is that whenever someone new comes in here and there's someone that's already been in the circus, they become enemies and some of them become terrible to each other and they were mean to each other. Like, it's kind of like similar to that, but in a different way whatsoever here. If I can convince the owner of what Lucille did, perhaps they'll actually do something. But until then, I think I'll just be avoiding her. Least I'd say something that would further prevent any sorts of peaceful resolution. She deserved it. They wouldn't have done that if she didn't. The puppet stares at the pages, chewing his lip and looking deep in thought. He leaps through the next quiet stage of Delias' life until he finds another name. Uh-oh. What is it? After so long, the owner has gifted me new friends. Theodore and Whisker are a delightful little pair. Oh, so this is when she knows Whisker and another Theodore. I would never say so to them,
but I'm a little disappointed that the owner didn't think to bring me a doll like myself. But Theodore is still a kindly gentleman, even if he is rather fuzzy. And Whisker knows so many tricks. Such an eager little one. Such an agile little one. I'm sure we're going to get along grandly. I'm sure. The section seems to be missing the most pages. There are areas where even Dahlia writes about her frustration with her diary being tampered with, or how often she finds herself confused about past events the other toys discussed with her. Eventually, Huxley finds the newer pages that Theodore's name simply isn't mentioned again. Not even in the memorable fashion as when Dahlia lanterns the loss of her eternal friend. Huxley finds the more recent entries that he seeks the point where he inevitably arrived. Oh, so now it is his turn. This is his turn right now. Finally. Finally a friend. A new friend who might be as sad as me, but at least he speaks. At least it's not only me now. At least I can look at his face and recognize him. I had started to think perhaps the owner hated me. They'd placate me with gifts, but they never let me out anymore. And I know they have other toys. I can see them from the window, looking on their projects. Only just barely, don't always understand what I'm seeing, but I know that's what they're working with. Unnotably things, but notably faces. If Huxley hasn't arrived, I don't know what would have done. I just at my wit's end, but finally things are normal again. Oh no, but then of course, Huxley is a curious fellow. I rather appreciate the humor he brings to the house, even if I wish Whisker wouldn't look at him quite so interestingly. Whisker ignores me when he came. But I'm happy to share my books and my time with Huxley. I don't know if he understands our situation quite the same way that I do, but he's likely already knows that there won't be more toys added to this home after all. Unless one of us were to be replaced, of course, but I wouldn't let that happen. Wouldn't let either of us be replaced, or wouldn't let herself be replaced? The rest of it's just about things we've done together, though she does kind of talk about me, like she thinks I'm stupid or something. Huxley frowns and finally closes the diary. This was a waste of time, and now I have to fix the strap too. I remember seeing some glue in Dahlia's scrapbooking supplies. I'll just use that. He leaves the attic to return the book to its original hiding place in the bedroom. Oh no. Yeah, so he's going to put the back. Dahlia is already there. Oh no. Yep, she's here. Why are you acting like that, Whisker? You funny little bunny. You've never tried to play with my things before. Now, give my hairbrush back. Come here. Oh, huh? Oh no. Yep. She sees him. What's up? Huxley tries facing to hide the book behind his loose sleeves. Oh, hey Dahlia, hello Huxley. Did you need something? No, it was really quiet up in the attic. Oh, isn't it always though? She smiles, amused by what sounds to her like a little, very silly excuse to find her. I was just brushing my hair until Whisker stole my brush. Silly little thing. Whisker tends as Dahlia reaches for him. Oh, he squeaks as she picks him up by the scarf. Dahlia, please be careful. That looks really uncomfortable for him. Oh, he's just being dramatic. He's always is when I pick him up. He tries to tuck on the brush with Whiskers' paws. Huxley finally catches on to why the rabbit's acting so strange. He tries to inch closer to the drawer while Dahlia is occupied with Whisker. Oh god. The book slides right out of his grip and onto the floor when he tries to lean over towards the drawer. Huh? Dahlia drops Whiskers. her eyes trailing right down to where her diary lies on the floor. She looks stunned, but only for a moment. What are you doing? Dahlia, That's my private writing! What's wrong with you? Coming to my room and stealing things? You horrible creature. I had a reason, okay? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. What reason could you possibly have for riffling through my drawers and violating my privacy? I share everything with you, Huxley. I should at least have my own thoughts to myself. I wanted to know what was going on in your head. You've been getting really mean to me lately. So I thought I'd just see what I was doing wrong. If it was me or you, or if I was doing something that was upsetting you. I should have just talked to you about it. You're accusing me of being mean when you've stolen from me? And just how I mistreated you, Huxley? This is my home and I'm sharing it with you. I make you food, and I play games with you. I even fixed you. I wasn't broken, you know. And that's part of it. You do things for me, but then you act like I owe you. Like you've counted how many favors you've given me to turn in later. Plus, you get so angry about everything if it doesn't go your way. I don't want to feel like I have to watch every little thing I say or you'll get upset. You have an awful attitude, Huxley. What am I supposed to say? Being upset by your rude behavior isn't unreasonable? Disagreeing with you isn't rude. So is stealing not rude either? I've already apologized. And if the things I do for you make you feel so awful, then I don't think I should do anything for you anymore. You ingrate? You're being ridiculous about it. Coming from a clown. Maybe you're right. Maybe you weren't broken before as I thought. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Hold on a second here. Maybe you're right. Maybe you weren't broken before like I thought. Maybe you're just made wrong in the first place. Dahlia cups her hands around her mouth and looks up at the ceiling. You can take your spring back. We don't want it anymore. Dahlia! Get rid of it! Get it out of my house! Stop it! Oh, Huxley shoves Dahlia the toilet backwards, causing her to stumble. She trips over a whisker, who scurries to try to get out of the way. There's a quiet crack when she hits the ground. Huxley stares at her with her eyes wide. I didn't mean... You decide you've seen enough of this. Wait! You scoop the clown out of the dollhouse as Dahlia picks herself back up. You can see her limp as she steps forward, likely some minor leg damage. You'll have to fix that. As for Huxley, clearly giving him equal footing with Dahlia in the house was a mistake. Oh my god. What the fridge? You carefully tear out these sections of fabric that keeps the string in place in the puppet's body. Once it's done, you set the metal piece aside. It's what she asked for, after all. In the case, you've inclined to agree with her. You've gently placed Huxley back into the dollhouse. His breathing is heavy, and his body trembles as he lies on the floor, unwilling to get back up just yet. He's so sensitive about any sort of contact with you. Pitiful, really. Oh my god. Dahlia brushes off her dress and frowns down at him on the ground. He looks back at her. Dahlia. Huxley's expression betrays the level of hurt he's feeling. Even beyond the physical change, this is clearly an incredibly deep betrayal in his eyes. What? You got by without it before? But since you think my input doesn't matter anymore, there's no reason to keep using the thing I decided to give you, right? You'll figure something out all by yourself. Unless you decide to take back what you said and plead with me for forgiveness. Oh. Huxley's expression darkens and he goes silent. The silence hangs thickly in the air, shifting the mood in the room. Whisker looks uneasy despite the look not being directed at him. He's quick to leave the room. Well? Dahlia, if you really think you're right about this, your face isn't the only thing that's cracked. Oh, the doll's eyes widen, and she shoots the clown an incredulous, infuriated look. Is that so? I guess I'll be taking the attic back as well. You came with a room anyway, didn't you? You can sleep in that box. How about you give me your bed instead, since you'll have to sleep in mine if you want to keep me out of it. You're so ridiculous. I thought we were friends, but your jealousy clearly is too much for you to overcome. This is such a pity. Why couldn't you just play nicely, Huxley? I was playing nice. That was my mistake. Just watch yourself if you're thinking about getting mean with me, Harlequin. You think our other friend would be quick to punish you if you raised a hand to me. Huxley's eyes search the room, passing over the ceiling of windows. He knows you're watching, which he should. You don't want to get any ideas, considering you've already had to confiscate the string. And just as that, he seems to lose all energy. You're right. It's pointless. Uh-huh. So, why don't you just go crawl in your box? Huxley says nothing as he leaves the room, having to pull himself along the floor. When he reaches the stairs, Whisker at least helps him along, once he's sure Dahlia can't see. Dahlia, on the other hand, is looking pleased with herself despite the edge of sourness still affecting her mood. Honestly, can you believe the nerve of him? I do so much for him, and he decides to treat me like this in my own home. Clearly he forgot whose house this is. I should have expected much sense from a clown anyway. Thank you for looking out for me. I knew you would. We've always been through so much together. I love you, my dear. Oh my god. Oh, and now he's sleeping in the freaking box. Why? When you check on Huxley, he really has returned to his box, curled up inside, much like when you first put him in the house. You imagine that he'll get over his mood with enough time. Hopefully he comes back out with a new attitude as well. You expect a little better when you choose him, honestly. Oh my god. With any case, you're glad that a little problem has been taken care of. Or so we thought, man. What? Later in the evening, a surprisingly loud sound draws your attention back to the dollhouse. What the hell? You check the foreigner first. The large mirror near the attic door remains intact. Huxley doesn't seem to be in the box anymore. He must have snuck back up to the attic to sleep. But he's not here! He doesn't seem to be present here either. And it appears the picture frame in this room also wasn't the source of the noise, as it's still in one piece. You've already saw into the kitchen from the entryway, and it was completely dark. So that leaves... Oh no! Dahlia's room! What the hell happened in here? You decide to check on Dahlia's room. Though it's likely she does have decorative windows it would be possible to break, as well as various glass knickknacks. It looks like she's awake as well, as you see a dark shape in her bed. Closer to the bed, you realize there is something lying on the floor. A blazed night piece. What? Putting off the inevitable. You finally move the curtains on Dahlia's bed to look in on her. What the fudge? Excuse me? He freaking killed her! What the fridge? Excuse me? Oh, you're here already. I kind of expected to see you in the morning. Oopsie. I guess this is a little awkward for you, isn't it? You look at Dahlia's remains on the bed. One of her glass eyes rested on the comforter. Bro, why the frick did he kill her, man? My god, everyone's just going psycho in this game. The painstakingly replicating her original one after she was first damaged. Now, there isn't even a face to house it. She's only porcelain, but somehow the side of her head completely disfigured Like, this still feels horribly cruel. You're probably still looking at her, right? You spoiled her, you know? It's pretty awful of you to put me in this position, but maybe worse for her. I can't imagine someone gets to be in her position without being enabled in some ways. Maybe that's why she couldn't get along with anyone before me. Oh my god, and he's literally holding up a freaking picture frame of her face, like a Phantom of the Opera scenario, like what the fridge. But hey, you have a new favorite now, right? Even if you hate me, I'm the only one now. Or do you only like pretty little dolls? What the fudge? Oh, I didn't do anything to Whisker. I haven't seen him since I got the chess piece from the attic. What do you care anyway? If you liked him, you wouldn't have let Dahlia treat him like a pet. Oh my god, this is disturbing. Doesn't matter now. I hope he got out. You're probably going to break me now anyway, right? Better he doesn't have to see that. Or see her. Oh my god. What the hell are we doing, man? What the hell do we do? I don't even know exactly as to what we do. We have like different options to see here. Let's save this just in case. Oh no, so we can either break him or keep him. I don't know. But, I mean, we already did know exactly as to what happened earlier. Like, this is the same exact thing with Dahlia, but now it's him now. So what happens if we actually break him because he broke her first? Like, freaking, like, what the heck? You sure it's what he wants anyway? Oh god. It takes the puppet out of the dollhouse and tear him in half in your hands. His fabric body shreds in multiple effort. What a waste. Dahlia is beyond repair. Huxley was a disaster. That rabbit has completely vanished. You'll have to start over from scratch. You don't even know if you have it in you at this point. Perhaps you'll avoid choosing such big egos in your next project. It only causes trouble when they crave to be in control, knowing you're the only one in any control here. Well, save for instances like tonight. Even humans can't control everything. And 1A, you spoiled her. Oh my god, so basically in this matter here, we've ripped him apart after he basically broke her in this matter. Man, this game's just dark, honestly, like what the heck? Okay guys, this is the last one we have here, our last ending. So we already broke him. Let's see what happens if we keep him. Oh my god, and now we're just holding him. You gently lift Huxley out of the dollhouse. It is well and truly tempting to pick the puppet up and pop his little sculpted head right off his shoulder. But what would you be at the point of that? You have nothing left, just an empty dollhouse. You're not sure what you managed to lose control of the situation so quickly. You were only away for a while. You shouldn't have to watch the house for every second of every day and night to avoid these kinds of disasters. You could never stop it when it happened to Dahlia. Of course, you couldn't stop it when it happened to her either. In the end, maybe it was on you for not maintaining a better balance in the household. You can't be sure. You leave the dollhouse alone for now. You may come back to check on Huxley and start the Armbian's task of attending a new that builds a connection with him. It shouldn't be impossible. Maybe yet he is a difficult type. Dahlia was a difficult type too. It took a lot of work to get her to do as you wanted, and involved a lot of It took a lot of work to get her to do as you wanted, and involved a lot of compromising. Maybe too much compromising. If you hope to ever introduce new toys to the dollhouse again, you'll have to hope you'll learn from your mistakes with her. The clown caught you off guard this time, but you'll soon be in control once more. Ending 1B, your new favorite. Wow. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, you should never always leave in two different things in together because they might kill each other, or even worse for that matter. Hey guys, so that was us trying out Don't Toy With Me. It's a very interesting, but a very unsettling little visual novel game about you bringing in two toys to come and join in on the same dollhouse. But then as time goes on, you see the different perspectives of how they went from getting along to not getting along, leading you to their different perspectives on how they feel with each other, and, well, stuff happened, really. This is really cool, and I really did enjoy my time in this, and I was very glad that I got to check this one out as much as I did, and I hope you've enjoyed today's video. But I wish they could have just ended just being friends. Like, they could have just had a really amazing friendship if they would have just worked out their differences and just comforted with each other. Like, come on, man, why do we really need to end it on a sour note with both of them like this? Like, oh my god, I really don't like that. So there you have it, folks. That's going to be it for today's video. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, give all a like, subscribe, or anything else, try to like me, and hopefully looking forward for new videos in the future. So, where we go now. Bye, guys. Yeah, bye.